Welcome to Comic Book Creation Live. I'm Anthony. We are, my partner here, Kevin, is setting up. We are drawing Albatross Junction. We are on issue number 1 still. We are working through issue number 1 with the pencils. Kevin's doing some of the coloring stuff. And we are doing issue number 1 and 2 in the same volume, which is on a pre-campaign right now. If you guys go underneath to the description, there's a link for the pre-launch. If you guys sign up on the pre-launch, that's just like asking for an email address, and we'll keep you updated on what's going on with Albatross Junction. It is going to be out on October 1st with the campaign running for the couple months leading up to that. But right now, it's just in the pre-launch stage, and we are working on some different things. Like, I'll show you what I was doing with the cover. I was doing, which I want to do a little more of tonight. I somehow popped out of there for a second. This is two of our main characters here, Nika and Burkita. They're surrounded by like some SWAT team people. Let me fix my camera here. There we go. It's almost set up the way I want it. There we go. So this is like a cover proposal for a later issue. This isn't really related to issue number 1. What's going on, Kevin?
You, what up, man?
What's going on?
I'm just looking at some of the pages that you sent. I'm gonna send one to the iPad and get it going.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I wanted to ask you if you received those.
Yeah, I got him. I got him.
I was surprised that I think there was like 11 of them that you didn't have yet.
Yeah, there's a few I don't have.
So I'm sorry that there's that stuff in the way, but just crop out those drawers. But I think it's a straight on shot. So hopefully it's like resolution is good enough, stuff like that. But I think I think some of them came out good. And I realized that some of them that I used to flash came out better than the ones that I didn't. So I'll just do that from now on.
Yeah, these look pretty good. I think I want to go with the one with the hologram or the Dybbuk on the wrist.
Oh, okay. I took my dog out earlier just to get him tired so that like we could do this without me having to get up and let him out and stuff. And,
all right.
I think he did get tired, even though I only took him for this like short little walk. Since he's old, it was like totally enough to tire him out.
Yeah, it's crazy. Come on, come on! Thought I got everything connected.
Oh, am I gonna have to let in some kind of thing again? Is that how it works?
Huh? Oh yeah, once
like,
I set that up. Once I set that up, yeah.
I see.
All right. Yo, do you still hear the loud kids?
I don't hear anything. Is that what you asked?
Yeah,
No. Why are they screaming?
this is loud, man.
Were they reading stories up there?
Well, they're picking books. Uh, yeah, these look pretty good, man.
Nice.
I think this one will be fun. Oh man, this one's gonna be a pain in the ass.
Are you looking at the
It'll be
one like
fun,
where
though.
there's like a ceiling?
It's gonna be fun though. This one, where the Dybbuk is like standing over the carnage.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think you'd have fun with that one because you could add your own like flair to it or whatever.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. All right. Let me see. All right, we good, we good. Yeah, I just remember today that the cover I should have drawn was the one with the two bird skulls.
Yeah, I guess you could have like. Don't you have a sketch for that already, or is it just like a little?
Yeah,
thumbnail?
I could just bring that in and color it up.
That kind of. I feel like that's like issue like 2 or 3. Is that for issue number 1?
I mean,
That's for like a later issue.
No, yeah, it's like a later issue, definitely a later issue.
Not that I'm one to talk because I'm doing like issue number 80 cover right now.
Yeah, that's gonna be a crazy issue.
I feel like right now it could be like just a trading card or something, so a poster or something. So
That could be sick. That's gonna be sick.
we got our 2 like ninja like twins against all these soldiers.
Whoa.
Somehow Nico.
Yeah, you got a lot of stuff in here too. I didn't see it at first.
Oh, you mean like when you because the resolution's not that great in the video and stuff?
Yeah, this is crazy. So, what's all like the tech on Dobbs' head? Is that the stuff that he was like whipping out?
Yeah.
So it kind of lays on him like it crawls on him like just like tentacles, like metal tentacles or something.
Yeah, and it's just like so let's say they're like configurations that are like pre-programmed.
Yeah.
So
my real, let me rephrase my question. Let me rephrase is it metal or material like?
Metal.
All
it's
right.
like an Iron Man suit stuff, you know what I mean? And then like it produces materialite like tools and weapons. So when he battles like the Dybbuk, he will like create like let's say a big saw, because maybe that's a tool, you know, and then he will try to hit the Dybbuk with some like circulating saw that's like made out of materialite, or it's like kind of like Green Lantern type stuff, right? So he will try to like hit that Dybbuk on the head with a hammer that he makes out of that. You know what I'm saying? It's like pre-programmed, or maybe it's like an arc welding configuration that he's trying to hit the Dybbuk with some kind of like plasma wave or something. I don't know.
That's crazy. No, my iPad is bugging out, bro. Ever since it started bugging out when we've been going live, and I've been talking bad about it, it's like giving me a middle finger and just acting up. Like it just resets when it feels.
Are you
I don't know what's going on.
Do you feel trapped that you need another, like that you will have to buy another iPad at some point, or will you think about getting some other brand, or are you set, with Apple?
No,
What's
no, I
your
mean,
thoughts?
no, I mean, I think I just have to empty stuff off of this one. You know what I'm saying? Probably
Oh,
like
okay.
reboot or something like that. Factory, copy everything off factory because I've been abusing it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, certainly back up all that children's book stuff, and
Yeah, hell yeah,
hopefully it goes
stuff
without
is backed up.
saying
But
any
like I'm doing the other one,
Albatross stuff.
I got everything back there. I got to put it all on that drive. All right, that'll be good. Yo, have you left your house at all, man?
Like, well, do you mean like driving? Because like I
Yeah,
took the dog out for like a walk.
you haven't driven anywhere.
I went to the post office like 3 times. I didn't
Yeah,
go
I'm
into
gonna have to
like
like
stores. I went to the bank.
I'm gonna have to like go for a drive somewhere tomorrow. Man. I'm going crazy.
Like I drove over to the post office by like far away from here, just because I don't like the post office near my house. So it's like
Yeah,
20 minutes away, 20 minutes back. I did that 3 times. I went to the bank twice. I went to the I don't know. I'm like scared though. Like Harris is like, oh, I want to come over and I don't have a temperature. They take my temperature every day at work, he said, and stuff. And I'm like, I don't know. I'm still scared. Like, I'm quarantining right now or whatever. I'm scared. I don't know. What do you think? Would you, like, meet up with people?
no, I wouldn't have nobody come to my house and like hang out and shit like that. Like I meet up with people, but like we're outside, we're on like in the yard, and you're over there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I
Like
was
we're not
talking to my neighbor a
going to
lot.
nobody's house.
I was talking to my neighbor a lot across the fence and stuff.
Yeah, it's just like that.
Like she will go get me stuff at the store. She goes to the store. She'll go to the grocery store. Lori goes to the grocery store. Lori will ask me what I want at the grocery store, but I haven't asked Lori for anything because I just, she's probably busy. She's always doing stuff for me and stuff like that. So I was like, you know what? I'll, like my neighbor goes there, so she's been picking me up some stuff for the dog, and
Yeah, that's nice.
I don't need that much. I'm kind of easy. Like
Yeah,
when it comes down
I'm
to it,
doing.
like I would have thought I was like really, but you know what? It was I utilized like the time we had out there in the world, all those years of just total freedom and like whatever you wanted was available at your fingertips. I utilized that. So I got no regrets. You know what I'm saying? Like I utilized all the
Yo, you're talking
burgers.
like
You remember all the burgers I ate?
you are talking like you're gonna be inside for the rest of your life, man.
No, but I mean, things are going to be weird now. Like people are going to have these masks on now when you go, like, and then you're going to have this thing in the back of your head. Like back when I used to go to the burger place, yeah, I was worried about germs. But even someone like me who was worried about germs and stuff anywhere I went, is now everybody's thinking that way. And everybody's going in going like, where's your mask? Or when they see the mask, then you got to think like, oh yeah, that thing that happened, fuck. Like I don't, even if it's like a year from now, you'd be like, shit, people are still wearing masks. And it's just always going to be something. So then what do? You're going to like, you take the mask off and then you start eating the burger. I mean, I don't know. It's just totally a different way of doing things. I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't. It's not gonna be indefinite though. Yo, but anyway, man, I'm gonna share my screen. I want you to see what I did to this
Oh
guy's
yeah.
suit. Kind of crazy.
Okay, well you did something already?
No. To the same.
Mundo is here. What up,
Oh,
Mundo?
Mundo! What up, man?
Oh my god, Mundo, no. Oh my god. He says someone he used to work with just passed away from the virus. Oh my god. I'm
Oh,
so
sorry to
sorry to
hear,
hear
man.
that,
Sorry to
bro.
hear. Yeah, I've got a list of people who I know that that passed from it. It's
Oh
crazy.
my god, this thing is like so serious. That's why I want
Oh,
to take
dude.
it, I want to take it serious and not, do what they say. They say don't leave, don't intermingle. I just try to
Yeah,
do that.
the closest person I know was this dude that lived around here. Like he's our age. He had just beat cancer, and that was what messed him up. And he was overweight too. So it got him, man. It just got him. You know what I mean? And
It's
he just passed last
unreal.
week. He just passed last week, and then like
Oh my god, Kev.
yeah, I know,
I'm so
but
sorry.
I'm hearing about a bunch of people. Like no one that I like knew like that, but just people that are like, oh, my boy's cousin, oh, this guy's brother, oh, this dude's mom. I'm like, damn, are you serious? Like, it's
Oh
crazy.
man.
That's crazy. Yo, share the screen, man. Share the screen. It's
All right,
crazy.
let's see here. Ooh, nice. Okay, so this is what you were working on?
Yeah. So look at his face.
Oh, okay, nice. I like that subtle.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
and you settled the tattoo, I guess. You're like, this is the tattoo.
Kind of, yeah, kind of, sort of. And then look at the suit, bro.
Oh, wow. Okay, it's got these graphite like layers on it that are probably like nanotech type of
Yeah, I just
stuff.
put a bunch of like hexagons on it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's wow. But then like I try to put like some seams on it and all this other stuff.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I like that close-upness nature to it. So when you do Dobbs, you could do the same thing where like you just really show their their tech, I guess, like their clothes,
Yeah, yep,
just their details.
yep. And then I was thinking about because there was a whole bunch of stuff I was doing with this. Like I was trying to force the buildings to work. Like I was working on the buildings more, and I was doing this and doing that. And then like I simplified it and was like, yo, there's nothing like this is kind of crazy right here. You know what I'm saying? But then it's hard to look at things objectively. Because if I came across a comic book that looked like this, I'm gonna think this guy's like Bionic Man and he's from 1995 and I don't know what the hell's going on. So it definitely needs more. You know what I'm saying?
Well, did you take out the layer that was like a city layer or something? Was
Well,
there a city layer?
I have to get that point across without just drawing like buildings. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'll figure something out.
I mean, also you see the upper left where there's like an open space in the sky there.
Yeah.
Like that could be almost like, do you remember what like Emerald City looked like in The Way Distant?
Over
And
here.
it's just taking up that space. Yeah, just a distant like Emerald City that's Quantum Heights type of thing.
Just feel like
Uh,
building.
yeah, like it could, but yeah, it could be something like that. So it's a more abstract. It's like, yeah, you got these suns, you got these guys, the city's back there.
All right. All right.
Oh,
That'll work.
thanks, Mundo. Kev, he
That'll work.
says Kev looking great. Says, yeah, there's a lot of
Thanks, man.
people. There's a lot of people not taking precautions, and that's what is scary. Yeah, like some people, like they're tough guys, I guess, and maybe they're
Yeah, there's a lot of that in
asymptomatic
my
or.
town. Yo, there's a lot of that in my town where I go pick up stuff and shop right, and like there's guys out there like with nothing known. They're like, yeah, I'm like, bro, like this doesn't make you a tough dude. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, like it
I just
especially probably affects like bigger people because I don't know. They say something about people
yeah,
that smoke, something about the lungs. I don't know. It's really unknowns. Too many unknowns. Too many
crazy.
unknowns of like how it leaves you. Like like where does it leave you? Sometimes it leaves you dead. That's not cool.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's crazy.
So like whatever precautions they want to do, and especially I don't know. I get it that it's a hard call with like all that money stuff, but it's like seriously, you don't want people to die. Kev, did you bump out your feed there, or did you mean to do that?
Yeah, no, I bumped it out. Definitely bumped it out. Yo, you know what I was thinking too, going back to the cover? You know the little image that I made for the for Indiegogo?
Yes.
I think I should get real Drew Struzan with it, man.
That's a possibility too. I was thinking of that too. You know what also you could do? This is, I don't know, this isn't as much of a stretch as it sounds. I don't think this isn't as much of a stretch as it sounds. I hope it doesn't sound crazy to you. Like, what about like a painted cover?
Yeah, we can do that.
That's a possibility too.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, do you remember all the
I feel like this is a card for this guy.
Your feed there, you mean?
Yeah, it's definitely a card.
Oh, so if you left out Dobbs, or you mean it could just be like a team? It could be like a team card, like Dobbs and Donovan, like great team.
Or can you add it back to the feed real quick? Or say let me just make this make sense. So we could do a series of cards where like this is Donovan's, and then you have like his name, you know, DC, then you have like his stats. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I was thinking all the stat stuff would be on the back.
Yeah, we could do that too.
Like I was thinking we design something that's like a like infographic style that's cool and looks like tech stuff and future type, and that's on the back, and it just has a room for description, and we could also use that same graphic where with different wording for the places.
All right. So we could do something like this for the cards. And I'm just gonna do this real quick. Do something like this.
Oh, Mundo got a multimeter. Yeah, that's really handy for like some of those tests where you want to find out like if things are getting the voltage. Exactly, dude. Like those X-Men trading cards back in the day. That's exactly what we're thinking of. We love those.
And then we put his name.
I love how it had like the stats of what, strength, intelligence. Different.
Yeah. Then we got his name.
I mean, in those X-Men cards, I think they would do like energy projection and this and that.
Man, you know what I think? I think it'd be cool to have a quote. Like boom, 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 boom. Just something that they say. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe. That could, cool. I mean, yeah, like it could be cool, but it could also, I don't know. It could also
I think the quote is dope to show their personality. All right, cool. Oh, I was talking about this. Like this could be like a painted thing for a cover. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that could be sick. Could be sick.
But what are you saying? Go in further on that? Like when you mentioned Drew Struzan, are you talking about going in on that like a lot more, or are you using this exact art?
I mean, going full Struzan. Because the first cover got to be insane, man.
I think so, yeah. But also, I always think back to those, like in the back of the Rye issues, they showed you the alternate covers. Yeah. And they tried so hard to get, like, even they had some abstract covers. They had some, like, pure action covers. They had some, cool poses. They just tried a lot of stuff. So I don't know if there's enough time for us to do all that, but I'm just saying I really like that they did that they, really, they tried something abstract. They tried something that was just a cool 90s action pose.
Yeah. But we can get, artists to do that. It just wasn't a team of two. It was a bunch of people doing
Yeah,
it.
right. They had some different names going on
Yeah,
when
they had a
they
ton of
tried
names.
some different covers. They tried some different cover styles.
Hell yeah.
But I mean, given unlimited time, I would love to paint a cover. I would love to see your painted cover. I would love to do different,
Yeah, that'd be
maybe
sick.
like a more of a graphical version.
That'd be sick. Yeah, I found that Batman I painted years ago.
What about Batman?
The Batman I painted years ago. Remember this?
Oh, nice. Yeah.
This was dope. It was like 36 by 36.
Where did that go? Is that in your house?
2014. No, this was like a commission thing. Pretty wild. Yo, I just rewatched the Total Recall, the original.
What'd you think?
The movie's amazing, man. Amazing.
I had, I think I told you before, I had nightmares about the 3 tits for
Oh, that was amazing.
probably 15 years. Because,
I
like,
love
I
that
saw that in the theater.
Love
And
her.
I don't know why that scared me, but it scared me as a
Oh,
kid. I was like,
that
what,
was
like
good.
10 years old or 11 years old? That scared me. I don't know why. That scared me. 3 tits? I don't know why.
I loved it. Yo, I loved it. I went to see it with my brother. I was like maybe 13 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? We were kind of young, and he went with his wife at the time. And the theater was, remember back then it was like first come first serve and theater seats. Like if you missed
Right.
the seat, like some people just sit on the steps. You know what I mean? So they sat together, and I sat by myself like 3 rows in front of them. And I think I was lit. It was like when I first started getting lit, man. So I'm looking at the movie, and that came, and I'm like, oh, I was like, oh. And like people around me laugh, like, oh, this kid is crazy. Yo, it was hilarious, man. So every time I see that movie, I think of like my first reaction. My mind was blown. Like that was the first time I even thought about something like that. I was like, what? Like these people are crazy to come up with this.
Yeah, and I was also kind of scared. I think what he kind of goes into the atmosphere toward the end and he starts melting a little bit or something. And
That was crazy.
I was scared at that too.
That was crazy. That was crazy. But watching it today was the first time that I thought that was so stupid.
Oh, really?
Like if you suffocate, you suffocate. Like your face doesn't explode.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
didn't it have to do with something like the pressure or the gravity of whatever Mars? They were on Mars or something.
Wow,
So
I was like, this gets pretty crazy.
expand your mind a little bit.
Expand your mind a little bit, open up a little bit. Don't be so narrow-minded. Oh, she ran out. She needs something to do something. Oh, yeah. Give me. I'll be back in like 2 minutes. You heard?
Yeah.
Yeah, give me like 2 minutes.
Hey, Muna, did you see my Facebook message about that bridging that pad? Because I was thinking about that earlier, that if you didn't have that pad bridged, it wasn't going to work. So I was hoping that you maybe didn't have it bridged, so you could bridge it and it would start working. But I'm thinking you probably had it already. I didn't see any message. I didn't check my messages in a while. On that prism board.
Secret Nature CBD. Tell her I have bought it. I have actual CBD, but no, there's no CBC.
Oh, I got you back, Kev.
Yeah, man.
Let's see here. So what page you got there? They're walking through the facility. You got Dobbs and Donovan.
Yep.
It looks like less
Page is
detail
dope.
than I remember.
Page is dope. Page is dope.
I guess because I can't see all this
you-
stuff.
Like I can see like where you've kind of set like not I don't know like I'm not. It's not that you've gotten better with the penciling, but I can see where your penciling has gotten stronger, like in the ones you're doing now.
Oh, okay, cool.
Like you finally landed on the look you wanted, like with the thicker outlines.
Yeah, I think so.
You weren't doing that here yet.
No, yeah, that was like the one right before. Probably.
Yeah, so especially the one where the Dybbuk is standing over the carnage. You can see that the detail, and you made it very clear of how I have no questions when I look at that one.
And I think the one where he's walking through the facility where it's like an upshot of Dobbs and Donovan mostly, and you see like the lizard there. I think that's where it kind of started to get a little bit cleaner for you to look at.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Oh, okay, Mundo, you bridged that pad on the on that prism board. Small piece of LED. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. All right, so that can't be what it is then. All right, well, yeah, I was thinking I was going to send out your box on probably Wednesday, so you'll probably have it like Friday. Probably have it Friday or Saturday. Then you'll have to figure out how to wire up the Profi board for your lightsaber. I think it'll be really cool when you see those effects.
The Profi board. That sounds crazy. Every time I hear you say it, I'm thinking of like a prophet.
So I just got the dog like a bunch of this CBD stuff too, and also from Amazon like some. I almost thought it was CBD at first, but it's not. It's like hemp oil for when their legs hurt them and stuff, and for their.
Yeah.
That's what it said it was for. So I seen him limping. I seen him with his leg hurting and stuff. So I got him that, and then I got him the CBD. So I'm trying to keep him hopped up on all these like, whatever they are, essential oils.
You heard the CBD combo here?
I heard the combo.
The combo of CBD.
What happened?
Like when I said I'll be back, that's what I was talking about. CBD.
Oh, for real? No, I didn't hear nothing. No.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, I muted you actually because I heard some talking, so I just muted you.
Oh yeah, we were talking about CBD. So it's kind of crazy that when I come back, you start talking about CBD.
We've always had some kind of like mind meld though. Like I'll come in and say something, and you're like, "That's what I was just thinking about." I'm kind of like the Google. I'm kind of like the Google Chrome app. Where like, yeah, I'm just like, if you want something, it's kind of like you're talking about it, and then it's in your ads. It's in all the ads. It's kind of how I operate.
I gotta get rid of Google, man. Google's getting a little crazy with that stuff.
Do you have one of those? I don't know what it's called, but it's something that like Alexa, but it's for Google.
Yep.
Do you have that in your house?
Yep.
So you're kind of, because I was almost gonna say, oh, you could, since you're home a lot now, you could maybe isolate yourself from the Google stuff, but not if you have
Oh
that, I
no, no,
guess.
we're in there. We're in. We are in, bro. We are in. Like I'm so deep into Google. If I came up with a heist plan, I'll get arrested in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Like if I said, "Hey, I'm gonna do this illegal activity next week," they'll be coming to my house in 3 minutes. I got smart TVs. I got the Alexa. I got all that stuff.
You gotta live life on the straight and narrow now.
I gotta try to get off grid.
But I think as soon as you got married, had kids, that just kind of means you succumb to, you might as well just sign up for whatever Google wants you to sign up for.
Yeah,
Because
like
you just got to be in and they want to track everything. And unless you're going to be like the Phoenixes, like a Joaquin Phoenix and River Phoenix and his family, they just like camped out places in California. They never signed up for school. They never like got the vaccines probably. I don't know.
that's real, for real.
Yeah, like the parents, they thought a better education was just have those boys just like walk around the wilderness. And when they talk about when like Joaquin Phoenix talks about his childhood, he says that the parents would just like let them go out, like let's say walk into the woods from like this campsite they may have had, and there's like no rules. It's like, hey,
That's
you
crazy.
come back or you just don't come back, whatever.
That's crazy. Kind of hardcore.
It's like life lesson as early on as you could imagine.
Like either fend for yourself or don't.
Yeah, like we'll help you. Just come back here. Otherwise, if you don't come back, find your way back.
That's pretty crazy.
Make sure you find your way back. We ain't coming looking.
Parents were on that peyote.
And I don't think they believed in school and all that stuff. So it's almost like, because I'm kind of thinking about people that have to send or that have to do this homeschooling, and then if you don't do it, they probably want to come and give you a bunch of trouble. But if you were like Joaquin Phoenix, yeah, like they just wouldn't have you on the record in the first place if you were.
I mean, if you like, if your kids aren't in school, they can make a case to take your kids away from you.
Right. So their idea, well, this was also back in like the 1970s, the 1980s, early 1980s. They probably a little harder to track people, I guess, and they just made it a lifestyle of like being campers, So they just let nature school their kids.
They did all right.
Well, I mean one of the boys didn't make it. Yeah.
One died from an overdose. But I think that was from fame. I don't think it was from the upbringing.
Right. That's my belief too.
It was just too much because he blew up quick.
Well, it's also like lots of people probably could party and like do that much whatever, but then some people are gonna like have a heart attack or gonna OD.
Yeah, not everybody can be Drew Barrymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Another thing, it doesn't matter, like if you're tough or whatever. It's like the body's gonna do whatever it wants to do. Like if it wants to like freak out and have a heart attack over this, it will.
I've had that conversation with so many people. Like, bro, smoking a whole blunt by yourself doesn't make you tough, man. Like, what are you doing?
No, but some people need to like get that high because some people have a tolerance that's like you wouldn't believe it.
No, but when we were teenagers, like my boys would just try to outsmoke each other.
Oh, I see. Just to look.
Like now they need a lot
tougher.
They practice. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Behavior. It's like, but me, I was always on some like, just give me 2 pulls and I'm good for 20 minutes and I'll take another 2 later. You know what I'm saying? Like, relax. I didn't need to be like hammered.
I always wanted to like utilize it for something. I didn't want to like just do nothing. But like going to see a movie or something was enough, or just something. Just do something.
No, I can't do anything. That's why I really don't do it. All I can do is paint. Can't do anything else. I don't even want to talk to people. I'm no good. I'm no good.
How about driving? Are you okay with driving, or you don't want to do that? You can't do that.
I'm good. I'm good with. I'm good with. It depends.
Because I had a friend like flat out like smoke up, leave the house to go skiing, and just crashed like a mile away from the house on the way to go skiing like 2 hours away. You know what I mean? Just like left the house like way too ripped or whatever.
Nah. Oh, now if I'm ripped, I'm not doing anything. So yeah, there's no worries there. I'm not doing anything. If I'm ripped, I'm ripped. If I'm ripped, that's what I'm doing for the day. I'm ripped. But what you doing today? I'm gonna be ripped.
Yeah.
That's it.
You turn on your video games or something?
Not even. I just listen to music and zone out.
I really wanted to do a stream, like either I was thinking should it be a video or a stream? I didn't know, but I was either gonna use like the OBS thing with my iPad and do Star Wars drawing.
Yeah.
I just never got to it. This weekend went by like quicker than I thought.
Yeah, I feel like I'm flying through this one right here for some reason.
That's great, yeah, because like I was hoping that would happen when I put a lot of black in. I was like, hopefully if I put a bunch of black, you can like blank out those spots, and then it'll seem like, you know, I consider like when I'm working on a page, I consider it like it's like this corner is like, you know, 5%. Then there's the next block that's like 5%, and another block that's 5%. And if I could just like I complete a 5% now, I only got 95% to go. Complete another 5%, just 90% to go. You know, so I just kind of think in these blocks that go up the page or down the page, and that makes it a little easier for me to like parse it out.
Yeah, there's definitely no guesswork in here either, though.
Okay, cool. And like the only thing I wanted to clarify when I was looking at them drawings today was that, at least in my mind, what I think is going on here is the Dybbuk that he's looking at here is not the same Dybbuk that attacks those people in the beginning.
It's not?
I don't think so. I think like he's looking here at the other Dybbuk.
Oh, but it's one that exists.
It's one of the two, yeah.
Okay.
But I just don't think it's the same one that we see. Like like the other one looks more like a tiger or something, and this one just like looks more like the monster that we try to come up with in the start.
Okay.
If you agree. Yeah, it shouldn't be too bad, because like look at the bottom corner. Those little people, Donovan and Dobbs, you could probably do that panel quickly because those are small. And then you could probably have fun doing like the detailed Dobbs face, and then it'd be half done.
I wanted to do this one first because I kind of want to do the Dybbuk. I want to have fun with that one. Now, I kind of see it like
that also looks fast.
Blue hologram.
A blue hologram, yeah.
Is
that the type of thing where you would like draw it black and then you'd fade it into a blue layer, or you draw it in this blue color that you're imagining?
Now I would draw it. I would have to draw it.
Speaking of children's book, my sister's got a children's book that they drew up, and they want me to do the cover. My sister's got this whole idea of like, she sent me today of like what she wants on the cover. So I got
it's fun, man, because it gives you room to kind of get goofy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was thinking, looking at so many children's books like online when Amazon sends me an email, it's always like, check out these books. Like you have Audible, check out all these books that we have. Inevitably, some are children's books, some are like all these bestsellers. I'm always, you know what I do though? I study the covers. And you know what I do? Like when I see like those people on Instagram that we follow, like Ella Latham and her sister, different people on that, like when she does a book cover, I look at it. I'm like, looks like a cool style. Looks, she knows what she's doing,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So I just always try to learn about like especially book covers. I've always really paid a lot of attention to book covers. I don't know, like for sales reasons, try to understand about why sometimes it's a different, like it's a really touchy subject to choose a cover.
No, yeah, hell yeah, it is. It's like the presentation of the idea. You know what I'm saying?
Amundo, you better not just. I wouldn't send those batteries. It just becomes a problem at the post office. You should keep, if you have some spare ones, just keep them for like your testing. You might want to set up like a little rig that you can test like maybe LED strips with. Like once you get this all working, maybe you send out that prism, get that prism repaired. It comes back. You make like a little tester, or you want to make like a second saber. What are you doing there, Kev? So you're blocking it out in green. What is that going to be, like a green screen type of thing?
No, this is gonna be it's the hologram.
Oh, okay. Because I thought you said blue before.
I said blue or green. I think I'm gonna go with like.
Oh, I see. Yeah, it's looking good. That kind of goes along with the colors that I actually pictured for this. The whole walkthrough here, I always picture just like sickly sepia yellow or sickly greens, and
Yeah.
for highlights in like the machinery and things like the test tube stuff, I was thinking like oranges and those type of colors for this whole walkthrough. But
Nice, nice. It's a Bruno Mars song. I say it every time I hear it.
I always thought your kid looks like Bruno Mars. I don't know if you
Bruno
said it
Mars.
first or someone else said it first. But
Everybody calls him Bruno Mars. With his hair, he got the big hair.
But I mean, you set the hair up. You cut the hair, so you must be like
Yeah.
aiming for that look or something.
I give him the comb over. Give him a pomodoro.
He's a star.
He's a stud. He's a little stud.
Kev, like, forgive me for sounding stupid, but what's the normal method for, like, because, like, with Sumeria, we did a lot of it digitally. What's the normal method for, like, dealing with the pencils? Is it something you erase, or is it something that's just covered with the inks, and then that's it, done deal?
No, you convert it all to the blue, like the blue lead, and then they cover with the inks, and then you Photoshop out the blue.
So, like, when you watch those vids of those people inking, they are like inking on not the original.
Well, it's kind of like what I've seen done a lot is like they'll take your pencils here, they'll like scan them in Photoshop to blue, and then print that out on the Bristol in blue.
That's what I was. So it's that kind of extra step of
Yeah,
they actually print it out on the Bristol.
yeah, yep. But
But
that woman, the Asian woman, what's her name? I forgot her name.
Is her name Susan something or?
I forgot her name. She had a name like her last name was like Best or like Sugar or Sweet. I forgot her last name. I forgot her name. But she inks Jim Lee.
Right.
And she's on, it looks like she's on the originals, man, because the care she's taking, and she's always saying she can't mess this up. You know what I mean?
And is she on a penciled page or a blue
It looks.
pencil?
I'm saying it looks like the original pencils.
Right. Okay. So if we're talking about, like, let's say if we're in the industry in like 1980 or 1985, it's probably the case of they're inking over the pencils.
Yeah.
Right.
But
And then so what happens with the pencils?
Copies, though. You always had copies though.
You had copies. And then are you trying to delete the pencils via an eraser at that point?
I think people all do it like different ways. Like, once the digital stuff came out, they would like Photoshop out the pencils once the scans are in, or once it's in Photoshop, whatever they were using. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, perfect example is like these X's here. I'm not gonna if I use this as is, I'm gonna have to Photoshop out these X's.
Why do you see the X's? Because how come it's not opaque?
I'm not going over it with black. And what I'm doing is I keep your page as an overlay, and it's multiplied.
But the black looks black.
Yeah, it's underneath it, but it's black. It's black, so like it's darker than the pencil.
I see. You're hurting my brain.
Why?
Because I'm thinking if the black is opaque, why isn't the green opaque?
No. Because you see the layers here. This is your layer. The layer on top is your pencils.
Right. Okay, so
And
the pencils are still on top of the black, but it's just I'm not noticing it.
And I have it multiplied. So like when I start adding colors, like if I'm outside, I can kind of see where I'm going. You know what I'm saying?
I see. Okay.
Yeah, because if it was reversed, I can't. Once I cover it, I don't know where I'm at. You see what I'm saying?
Understood.
Yeah.
I understand now. Yeah, that makes sense. That's something I do too. I don't know. My brain wasn't computing for a second.
It's the same stuff, same thing you've been doing for the last 20 years.
Yeah.
Nothing really changed.
It's just I'm not used to it on the iPad, I guess. Even when we did Sumeria, it was Legend of Sumeria we did it on standard desktop computer.
So like when this is done, when this page is done, I'm either gonna have to like get rid of your pencils, like just get rid of all your pencils for this guy here, and keep it just like that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, since it's some kind of projection, you might have some kind of effect going on. I don't know, maybe some kind of luminescent effect or something.
Yeah. So like I'll figure that out. So but the way I get rid of your pencils is I do it clean, like the way I'm doing it here. Can you tell like what I'm doing? So like you see these X's over here? I'm getting rid of these X's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's the way I'll do it.
Oh yeah, it looks cool. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, where it's still clean.
You know what it looks like though, where like it looks like where there's still pencil lines for the Dybbuk monster. Like, so let's say you erase the X, okay, but then there's still a pencil line like next to it of like where there was this turn or where there was a shadow.
Yeah.
I wonder if that part could be like a luminescent pen and one of the last touches, you know, like you kind of go over it with a light luminescent thing that it looks like it's a well-rounded hologram thingy.
Yeah, my idea, I don't know if it's gonna work, but my idea was to use one of these pens. I'm on his face right now. I'm on his face. Oh wait, let me go to the right.
Well, no, it's only gonna kind of work if the background is behind it. You understand what I mean? So it's like if you did the whole page was all done and you see the sewers or wherever they're walking in and it's all dark in there, and then so this is like a light construct or a hologram, and then you would be able to see that luminescent pen. But I don't think right now it's going to be too like visible because like the background's kind of white.
Yeah.
But when there's this like whole like I don't know whatever color you splash in the background is like a dirty hallway background, you probably grab a color from like one of the other panels when you do it, and it could be just you know you could do your light effects over that. Oh, that's good with the resistors, Mundo. Did you get like those little like tiny resistors? Those are good. You'll have to send your broken board to Michael. Michael Hudnell, Hudnell, and I'll send you the address. I'll give you his address. He's Chewbacca on FX Saber forums if you want to contact him that way. He's like the U.S. contact for fixing Plector Labs boards. So, Kev, if you had your choice between a fusion ground cycle or a fusion air cycle, which one would it be?
How high are we making the air cycles go?
Like, you remember like the snow speeders in Star Wars Empire Strikes Back, how they kind of hover over the ground a bit, but they don't really like fly into space, I don't think. It's maybe like that. What do you think about that?
I'm going that. That's the route I'm going.
Yeah, because you could go like in a straight line to places, which would save you a lot of time.
Oh, but you said they didn't go that high.
Yeah, but you could still go in a straight line, right? I mean, like let's say you encounter a building is coming up or like a mountain. Wouldn't it kind of adjust and go over? So like
that's how you see it?
I kind of see it that way because like the land speeders, they would go like when they went over like a hill or whatever, you would see them like they'd rise up and go over the hill and kind of stay whatever distance above the land that they were before. So like even if they went over something tall, they would kind of they just don't I don't think they fly like X-wings or like airplanes. They're like on repulsor type technology. Like you were talking about magnets a lot, and that's kind of how I see that happening.
Okay. Yeah, I think I would go that route. I will go
It's
that
like
route. No.
like you know the fusion ground cycle, how it's like raised up in the back. There's only one wheel.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like the technology that helps hold the back up, like some of what holds the back up is just like inertia and whatever as the bike moves forward, but some of like the technology that makes the air cycle fly, I feel like makes the back of the ground cycle. Like they kind of started it there. You know, they started it like a little propulsion thing for the back of the cycle and then eventually made it to be more like, you know how I see it too? It's like, you remember the Matrix, those vehicles they had in the Matrix? How
No.
they work? They had these like repulsor magnetic looking, or no, they like look electrical with like electrical pulses running up them, and they had them all over like the Nebuchadnezzar and the different ships that they had, and they would alter position to if they were turning. Remember the electric disc things would kind of rotate, almost like the tires on the trying to think of the name on the DeLorean. You remember when they wanted to fly or whatever?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, I was thinking of like small vehicles. I don't remember seeing any small vehicles in the Matrix.
No, well, I just kind of mean like their main ships, though. They had like these disc things all around it, but I'm thinking like, let's say a fusion air cycle just has like
It has like
two.
one of them. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. All right, give me a minute because now the dog is up and he's staring at me. So you've got the floor here.
No. Dog. Oh, what happened, man? Come on. Hey.
I'm back. You
Yeah.
know, it's like I don't have any treats for him. He went out. He wants something to eat, and I haven't had anything since yesterday. So I cooked him a burger. Like I cooked him his own burger, and I fed it to him in different sections, you know, throughout the day. And now he's looking at me like he's throwing this treat at my feet, and he wants this bone filled up with something like meat. I just don't have anything. I mean, I could cook him another burger, but I can't do it right now. That's for sure. So
Tired of you, man.
he's SOL with that.
What's going on with that?
What's going on with what? Like that's a little like graph thing that he has, like a little eye watch.
No, I was saying, my lines were like freaking out a little bit.
Uh,
And then I kept trying to fill in that black, and it just wasn't happening.
my little circus song.
Right. Wow. Oh yeah.
Let me tell you, Kev, if you want a thrill ride, you got to be watching this Peaky Blinders. I think it's like a really unpredictable type of
Loving
thing
it.
for me.
Yeah, loving it.
I can't, you know, it's kind of like that Game of Thrones thing where when you first watch it, you can't really predict what's gonna happen and who's gonna lose and who's gonna win.
Yo, I keep seeing these memes that say Game of Thrones is okay, but Ozark season 3, wow.
Oh, that was I think every Ozark is a masterpiece.
I
It
still
really
haven't.
is, and it's the type of thing where it went too fast for me because it's that good. Where and I heard a lot of people online too that talked about Ozark. They only had maybe one sentence to say. They're like, watch it all in one day, watch it all in one, you know, or whatever, as fast as possible because that's how good it is. That's how good it is, and yeah, it's that same type of thing, honestly, where I feel like Peaky Blinders and Ozark have a lot in common, where you can't really see where things might go, and the characters are, especially in Ozark, are acting so smart that, I mean, at least for me, a lot of times you're watching something and I'm watching the same thing, and you'll see where it's going and I won't. But so maybe you'll be able to see. But for me, I was like, you know, it's a type of thing where I can't predict this, And that's something special, I think, because in our day and age, it's so easy to be like, I know where this is going. You know, we've seen all the clues
Yeah,
before, we've seen everything before, but when a show can do it differently, it makes it great.
that's nice.
Like you will, like let's say, for instance, think, oh, you know, this is a person that's vital to the show, kind of like in Game of Thrones with like Ned Stark. And you're like, how could they get rid of this person and stuff? It doesn't make sense, but they keep going and make it work. And you're like, oh, okay. In Ozark, it's like kind of a lot of a mind game thing where you're thinking one thing and you didn't foresee someone else getting involved in this deal or whatever, and then
Yeah,
the
and
next thing you
it's all
know.
the cartel now, right?
Yeah. So then you see all these people with their hands in that, and the power of the bad guys, so to speak, what they could do, and eventually they get close with like the top cartel people, and I think at the end of season 2 they're kind of working for them, and then in
That's
season
crazy.
3 you get to see a little more of that.
That's nuts.
That Peaky Blinders is a good one to draw to, Kev, because they have a lot of music going on in this show. A lot of
Oh,
times it's like, let's say they're walking, trying to look cool, and they got some music playing.
I could probably get back into it.
Makes you want to smoke, though. There's a lot of people smoking cigarettes. The main characters are just keep smoking.
I was just talking about cigarettes today, man. I always get the urge like every 2, 3 years, and I'm like, damn, man. I don't know why it just pops back in my head. You know what I'm saying? It's been so long, but it still pops back in my head. It's a hard one to quit. Well, for me, it was. Yo, you see that preview for that Capone movie?
Sounds a little familiar, but I must have only
Tom Hardy.
seen. No, I don't think I have. Maybe I did. I don't know. It sounds a little familiar. Was it just a teaser, like his face or something?
No, it's a whole trailer.
Oh, okay. I guess I didn't see
It
it.
looks weird, man. You know how like Tom Hardy's like hit and miss?
Right. He's also in this Peaky Blinders show.
Yeah, yeah, I remember him there. But this, I don't know how I feel about this thing coming up. And it's kind of weird because, to me, he used to be like, a guarantee, like, epic movie. And I feel like he's not guaranteed anymore.
Yeah, well, it's a lot of the same problem for me when I have somebody who's super famous. I mean, maybe that's what happened here with me was that when I see him, no matter how well he's doing at being somebody else, I just see Tom Hardy. I don't know. I just always see Tom Hardy. I think
No,
ever since Bane,
I don't think I've ever seen
I
I
hear him.
I don't know him. You know what I'm saying?
I hear it every time it's him. I hear it in his voice.
No, but I'm saying I don't feel like there's a few actors that I've seen in so many movies and they keep making the same choices over. Where you feel like you like De Niro. De Niro makes the same choices in every fucking movie he's ever done since like the late '80s, right? So you feel like you can kind of like see what's real about that. You know what I mean? Where Tom Hardy, I don't think I've ever seen any like peaks of Tom Hardy. You know what I mean? Just outside of his voice. Or maybe I'm getting too deep.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like Christopher Walken, you can kind of get a sense of who Christopher Walken is by looking at all his movies and seeing all his choices. You know what I mean? Well, this
What
dude,
about that show that was kind of short-lived? Maybe it was that one
Taboo.
season.
Taboo.
Yeah.
He's crazy. He was. I don't think there was any. I think everything he acts like is total opposite to who he is. So when you see who he is, he's soft spoken as hell. It's like I'm always shocked when I see him in an interview. I'm like, what? Like this is this guy?
Oh, okay. I don't know. I only say that because I know that he was involved in like the creation or the making of that. So sometimes when that goes on, the person is really tied to it, in other ways. Like they believe in it.
And he was in the making of what?
That
Oh,
Taboo. Like he was a producer on that or something. So.
I thought they had a second season coming out too.
Oh, maybe they do. Maybe they do. I just thought it was. I hadn't seen anything on it since that first season, which at least had to be what, 3 years ago.
Yeah, a while ago. Remember, Holly was into it, and she was always getting like the back end story. She was like, "Oh, they got approved for season 2." I was like, "Oh, cool."
Right. So maybe actually that we don't see Holly too much anymore. Maybe that's another reason why we don't know about another season of Taboo.
It could have like came out already, right?
Yeah. But I think if it was a Netflix thing, we would have seen that pass by on our Netflix.
No, it wasn't Netflix. It was some other channel like.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the way I got the episodes was weird. I forget what I did.
You hotboxed it.
Was it on FX or something like that, or
something like that? Yeah, one of those channels. Definitely one of those channels. Yo, Ant, so all of these circular lines you have here, right? Are you seeing this coming like blending in from black? Like this is all black over here and it's kind of like white starting to peek through? Like what are you seeing here?
I just thought to myself that those lines were like, the lines that you drew on the left, which were like light lines.
Mm-hmm.
It's just related to the hologram. So however you want to do that, like it could be the same type of thing on the other side, or just trying to depict it as a hologram. This is my gypsy song.
Yeah, I like this one.
Would you say you do or don't?
I do.
Oh, okay.
Hungry as hell right now.
You know, about 2 minutes ago, I was just thinking that, and I didn't want to say it because I'm always talking about food on these shows.
Yeah, I'm hungry though, man.
But I think ever since I said that burger thing, and then when I reminded myself that I really didn't eat today, that's kind of a
Yeah,
side effect of just dealing with this situation. Is you just get lazy. I do when it comes to making my own food and stuff. I'm like, I don't need
we got
food.
no choice.
Your kids are like demanding with food.
Yeah, when they're hungry, man.
Guess when you're growing, you're still growing. You need all that food. I feel like I'm already grown. I don't know if I need all that food still.
Well, I don't know, man. I don't know. I've already kind of like cut out breakfast for the most part.
But don't you eat the scraps from them?
No, I was starting to like since I've been home, but I stopped that. I cut that out. I cut it out.
Yeah, when I thought to myself this afternoon, I was like, I haven't eaten today. And then I thought, well, I'll just, don't people fast? So I'm fasting. How's that?
Yeah, that's what I tell myself all the time. Like, I'm just fasting. Yeah, but then I got to be careful because then I'll get into this mode where I'm like, you know what? So since I fasted today, I deserve those waffles when I wake up.
Oh,
You know what I
well,
mean?
see, normally that would be my situation as well. And I would have all stuff on hand. I would have syrup on hand to make French toast if I wanted. I'd have eggs and bread and all this stuff. But I just don't have all that stuff now. So I don't have any syrup. I don't have any cookies. I don't have
Damn.
anything. The only thing I have that's kind of sweet, which I've been doing for not today, but the past few days, is I have like an oatmeal variety pack from like 2017 that says it's expired. But I just been eating them. I just don't care.
Yeah, I know. I heard you say it.
And they've got like apple cinnamon one. They've got some different ones that are, you could tell they're sugary.
Yeah, I'm gonna have you come through for pick up a plate or something, man. I'll leave it outside.
What, you got a bunch of good cookies and stuff?
I got food. I got food.
Well, my dad's gonna send something.
You got too much food.
He made an order that there's an apple pie in the order. Now he said, sometimes they won't bring it because if they don't have it. But well, I think it's supposed to. He said it'll come between the 19th and like the 23rd or something like that. So today was the 19th, right? So it's got to be coming at some point soon.
Yeah, it's coming. I'm talking about like food, like dinner food.
Oh yeah, well last night I had a jar of sauce, so I just made a pasta. Put the sauce in there.
Nice.
There's some stuff you can do. I got some boring stuff in the pantry, like rice and stuff. I don't want to have it. I don't want to have it come to that. Like, and then I get like this flyer on the door. It's like pizza delivery. We will still deliver the pizza. And I'm thinking, do I want to like order the pizza? Nah, I just want to quarantine. I don't want to go anywhere and deal with anybody. So I just didn't order pizza. Didn't do anything. But it's available. They got it out there. They got pizza.
I order it up.
What I really crave is the burgers from those burger spots.
Yeah, I still haven't really gone the meat route yet. It's been pretty good.
Oh, really? Okay.
Surprising myself actually.
Do you got stuff in the freezer like steaks and burgers?
Yeah, we got a ton of burgers here.
You just abstain?
Yeah, I just don't eat the burgers. It's hard as hell because like sometimes she'll make burgers for the kids
Ooh.
and fries and all that, and I'm like, oh man.
Do you do like grilled cheeses ever?
Yeah, yeah. Leah just discovered grilled cheeses, so she wants those every day. So we gotta like cut it out. Like we can't give them to her every day. So she has them like maybe 3 times a week.
You could tell her, Leah, we'll split a grilled cheese. How's that sound?
Well, I'll have a whole. What do you mean? There's no splitting. I'll eat a grilled cheese.
Well, you eat a grilled cheese and a half, and you give her a half.
Oh yeah, word. Now she's funny because she's like, I want a grilled cheese, a whole one, and I'm like, yo.
Oh, she
I'm
got
like,
you.
I'm like, when has anyone ever stole a grilled cheese from you? Like, why you keep ordering a whole grilled cheese? Like, what's happening here?
For those kids, is there like fries available or anything? This is another thing I've been missing, like potato chips and fries. But normally I'd have all that stuff on hand. I'd have frozen fries, potato chips. You got it?
We got it. Yo,